Guys, we're down here at Stracco Jeps Cross for our November Garden Live. Back here with Phil, our resident horticulturist. Phil, how are you?
Good, mate. Welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm back. Yeah, I've had a little hiatus, but Sam's just had a bit on this week, so he's not with us. But lucky I've been able to step in and come down and say good day.
People love you anyway, so it's all
yeah,
good.
that's right. That's right. And congratulations to our hose reel winner from last month. Walked away with a 20-metre retractable hose reel. So hopefully that gets put to good use, especially with summer coming up, which is the topic we're obviously going to talk about. Starting to warm up even today, you're kind of feeling it. And definitely this weekend, tomorrow, Saturday, in the high 30s for the first time.
37 or something like that,
Yeah.
I sort of read. Yeah. So you're right. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a sort of a long, hot summer for us.
Yep. Resident horticulturalist and meteorologist as well. So
look, I couldn't get it much worse, could I?
That's right. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be hot, and yeah, what are we doing? Obviously, watering plants and lawns is going to be key. Moving forward, irrigation and things like that is going to be super important.
You're putting me out of a job here.
Sorry. What should we be doing in the gardens, Phil? How should we be preparing?
I think we've touched on it in previous ones. By now, hopefully everyone's had a chance to sort of look at the irrigation systems, but you've probably got sort of that last opportunity to get it happening because you're probably going to need it. Yeah, you're right. Long, hot summer ahead of us. So we'll be relying on those watering systems because no one wants to sort of be out there sort of on 37 degrees with the hose. Mulching, I guess, is probably the other thing that we have talked a lot about, but this is the time that it really sort of starts to pay off. You need to make sure that you've got the soil all covered up so that whatever water you do put down, and sorry for the noise behind us, but yeah, so whatever we put down on the soil, whatever water we give it, you know, we're not wasting it by it just evaporating into the atmosphere.
Yeah, great. And I assume mulch is one of them. I assume we do like soil wetters and things like that as well if you're trying to retain moisture and stuff like that.
Funnily enough, yeah, this last 2 weeks, we've got one of the fertilizers in, or one of the wetting agents in there. We sold out in a week because everyone was into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. I mean, you can get them as a powder that you can sort of put on, which is great for lawns because it lasts for around 3 months. You can get the liquids that you can put into your orchard can and ward over. I mean, for sort of existing garden plants, I think the liquid on works a lot better. But yeah, I mean, now that it's all started to dry out a bit more, it's yeah, probably the right time to be using those wetting agents.
Yeah, great. And as warmer soil comes, grass starts to go a bit nuts again. I know over the last few months I've gotten lazy. I've got sort of used to not mowing as often, but now it looks like it's time to kick back into gear.
And I guess it's that time of the year now where sort of your maintenance starts to change a little bit, and it depends a little bit on the type of lawn that you've got. Like as we head into these hot months, like if you've got kikuyu, it's going to go crazy. You know, you just add some water to it and it's not going to stop growing. But you know, when it comes to things like cooches, like those finer grasses, you know, it's a matter of sort of notching up the lawnmower so it's a little bit higher. That way, sort of the water that you put onto the lawn sits around the roots better, doesn't evaporate out, and the lawn will sort of, you know, stay looking greener longer. Yeah.
Yeah, great. And that probably brings us into plants and fruit trees and things like that. And veggies as well, obviously. So change of seasons, we're probably looking at a different range of plants available here at the garden centre, and different veggies and things like that, I assume.
Yeah, we've definitely sort of got into our summer stuff now. So, you know, citrus is, you know, abundantly available. Like so much citrus around at the moment, and warmer soil is exactly the time you should be planting it out. So if you haven't got citrus and you're looking to do it, like now's the time to be looking to put it in, either into the ground or in pots. You know, your stone fruit, I mean, coming into Christmas, a lot of stone fruit, you know, everyone thinks about cherries like for Christmas. So all of those sorts of things should be starting to show signs of coming through. I guess the biggest thing now is to make sure that we don't damage them by drying them out. So like days like tomorrow, it's about sort of probably upping the water to them, just so that you know, the plants don't sort of sacrifice the water out of the fruit and you end up with something a little bit horrible to eat.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, great. Well, yeah, summer. I mean, next time we see everybody, it'll be December, and then we'll be discussing even more about Christmas.
Yeah, I think next time it'll be sort of gifts, won't it? Like,
yeah.
What are we going to have? Yep.
Yeah, exactly right. So, obviously, people might be looking to dress up the backyard for the family get-togethers around December and Christmas. I assume you might have some colour on the way if it's not already arrived and things like that.
Yeah, well, I reckon. I mean, what would you be? 6 or 7 weeks?
Yeah,
away?
we're about 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Yeah,
now, yeah.
So I mean, right now is probably the window for putting your seedlings in. So I mean, you can see around us that we've got plenty of seedlings through. So if you wanted to put your petunias or your vincas or something like that in, you've probably still got time to get that done. I guess as that window starts to close over, then you start to move towards some of the more advanced plants that we've got. So and the annuals always sort of are there to add that flower around Christmas time. Plenty of perennials in at the moment. Salvias have hit the shelves. Hibiscus is starting to come in. So there's a lot of more perennial plants if you wanted some structure around the garden. So like you say, I mean, lots and lots of stuff to sort of start getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah. And we touched on it in the garden notes, but Christmas trees as well. It's almost that season, or maybe it is time for us to be looking at it in the next few weeks.
The orders are in.
Yep.
I know that they'll be in December catalogue, so they'll be here towards the end of this month, probably next week. I reckon they might even be coming through. So live Christmas trees in pots.
Yep. There you go. So if you want a live Christmas tree and not the plastic one in the lounge room, you know where to come. Stracco Jebs Cross. Come on down. Phil will sort you out. There's lots going on. Summer's almost here. Things are changing, and no doubt the catalogue's going to reflect that, and there's going to be great new ranges over the next month or two. Yeah,
I mean, we're halfway through the November catalogue, and there's been plenty that's been successful in that. Huge palms and stuff like that we've been able to get. And you're right, I mean, it won't be long until we sort of see that swap over to December, and December's catalogue will be very heavily sort of in that gift type thing, say indoor plants and potted stuff. Lots of stuff to
Is there, what are indoor plant lovers looking at during summer? Have they got to step it up a little bit with watering and making sure they're not getting too much sunlight and stuff
Well,
like that?
I'll tell you what, I mean, indoor plants is crazy this year. So, our range is probably smaller than it's been for previous years, simply because plants have been selling out so much.
Yeah, right.
So we're in the process of trying to work with suppliers to secure stock before it gets pre-sold. So you will see that step up sort of over the next couple of weeks. In terms of what do people have to do, you're right. I mean, it's about sort of monitoring. It's not necessarily increasing the water, but it's certainly monitoring it more. Mm-hmm. When you put your air conditioner on, it naturally dries out the atmosphere that the plants are in. So the temptation is there to water them more. It's certainly, there would be reason to water more, but I think the safest thing to do would be to, those little spray bottles that, you can buy. I mean, we've got plenty of them inside. If you have them around your plants, you can sort of mist it so that there's humidity around the plant.
Yep.
Which, I mean, that saves you, not necessarily having to water more, but stopping the plants from sort of showing that sort of dryness in the leaf.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So that's all we got time for, guys. As we spoke about, Christmas not far away. If you're looking for some new outdoor furniture, we've got a fantastic new range, new styles and new designs. So come in store, check it out, grab some plants, dress up the backyard, come see Phil and the garden team here at Jebs Cross, and they'll help you out. Thank you, Phil, and we'll probably see you and Sam in December.
Well, yeah, certainly I'll be here. Maybe Sam, maybe yourself, mate.
Yeah, you never know. Well, we'll get the call up. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.